Cal and I have 4 children. We have Nicholas, Jordan, Trent, and then Amber. So we had the 3 boys, healthy boys, and when I was pregnant with Amber, I decided that we should find out if it's a boy or a girl. So before Amber was born, I had a routine ultrasound, and from that ultrasound we found out that Amber would be born missing her right hand and 2/3 of her forearm.
I remember the day she came home from her ultrasound, and she told me, and I could tell she would have been emotional. And as with a lot of things, I think I went outside and we talked about it, but then I went out and you think about it, and my first reaction was, I think things are going to be fine.
I wanted to know everything I could about upper limb prosthetics. I started reading textbooks. I started calling around. I called different prosthetic offices, anything I could find. By the time she was born, we already had a plan in place and kind of an idea of what we wanted to do. So when Amber was 6 months old, she got her passive prosthesis, and that was really nice because it allowed her to start batting at objects with the prosthetic device, so she had added length. It also helped her for sitting up and for crawling, and even starting to pull up for standing.
I remember when she got her first prosthesis, that I remember coming home from school. At first I couldn't tell which arm was missing, because I had never seen a prosthesis before.
It wasn't until 18 months that she was able to get her first myoelectric prosthesis, and the reason for that is that we had to struggle a little bit with the insurance company. And so she was fit at 18 months and started incorporating that into her daily activities. She wore it all day, every day, and it just became part of her.
So I think Amber with a mile, it's just, in my mind, it's been unbelievable. There's been so many times where we've been at different places and people don't even know, really. I mean, especially in the wintertime with a longer sleeve on, they'll look at her hand and you have to basically tell them. And just from a girl standpoint, I think it's been real good for her and good to see from a parent standpoint.
When she was about 3.5 years old, we realized that now she's to an age where she wants to do more activities, rough and tough things that all the other kids want to do too. And with the myoelectric, you can't really be in the sandbox or in the water. And so then we were able to get her a sports prosthesis so that she had just like a passive hand again for if she's playing soccer or catching a ball. She was able to get a baseball prosthesis that would hold on to the bat. And then shortly after that, we decided to have her take violin lessons. So then she was able to get a violin prosthesis that allowed her to hold the bow and play violin.
Now that Amber's 8, she can do gymnastics.
Go ahead, back bend and kick over. And finish. Good. Let's do it again. That was really good.
I think Amber will be able to do almost anything she wants to, but it might be a little difficult at first, but she can learn and adapt.
Okay, so chin hold. Pull your hips to the bar. Good. I'll hold your legs. You pull yourself up. And make your arms straight.
Hi, guys. How are you? Hi, Jennifer. Nice to see you. How are you? Amber, how are you doing? Got a handshake today? Nice to see you. How you doing? Good. Excellent. Well, you picked up a new socket, and we want to check on things, see how things are going today. Okay. All right.
What we've found is that upper limb prosthetics is really different than lower limb prosthetics. To me, it seems a little more complex just because the hand is more complex. And so it's very helpful to have someone who specializes in upper limb prosthetics, who really knows the ins and outs and works with upper limb prosthetics day in and day out.
Yes, good job.
Rock, paper, scissors. Rock, paper, scissors. No! Rock, paper, scissors.
Playing with Amber was pretty much just like playing with any other kid with 2 arms.
I think it's just been amazing to think about when Amber first came home, missing her right hand, and now through the use of these prosthesis devices, she's been able to be a normal, now an 8-year-old girl, and do all the things that other 8-year-old girls are doing.
today, stand up if you are the youngest in your family or an only child. Okay, youngest or only, okay?
We go day by day, and she just does what she's doing, but when we take time to look back and reflect, that's when I feel that emotion rising up and just feel so thankful that she can do all the things that kids her age can do that need to be done normally with 2 hands.
It opens and closes and it looks more like a hand, and then more people don't really ask me questions about it. Sometimes I kind of get annoyed if people asking me questions, because a lot of people do. Amber and I have been friends since like we were babies, and it's neat that she can have 2 hands that look like everybody else's.
She's just so full of life and just loving what she's doing, and having the kids chase her and she's chasing them, and there's no thought to the fact that she's missing a hand.
He's dancing on your hand. Did you name him? No. His name is Owlie.